Before you scroll away, listen carefully. What if the struggle you've been carrying isn't the end of your story? What if the prayer you've repeated 100 times has already been heard? And what if, at this very moment, God is preparing something greater than you ever imagined? Today, I want to share a message that may be exactly what your heart needs to hear. My child, I see you. I see the battles you've fought in silence. I see the tears no one knows about. I see the weight you've been carrying while trying to stay strong for everyone around you. There were moments when you felt forgotten. Moments when you wondered if your prayers were reaching heaven. Moments when you questioned whether your life truly mattered. But hear this clearly, you have never been forgotten. Even in seasons when God seemed silent, He was still working. Many people believe that God's silence means God's absence. But often, God's silence is His preparation. While you were waiting, He was building. While you were hurting, He was strengthening. While you were questioning, He was arranging things beyond your sight. Think about your life for a moment. There were situations that should have broken you. Storms that should have defeated you. Moments when giving up seemed easier than moving forward. Yet somehow, you're still here. That isn't an accident. God has carried you through battles you never even knew existed. The truth is, your current season is not your final destination. Too many people mistake a chapter for the entire story. A closed door does not mean your future is closed. A delay does not mean denial. A setback does not mean defeat. God is still writing your story. Right now, you may be facing uncertainty in your family, your finances, your health, your career, or your relationships. You may feel like nothing is changing. But beneath the surface, God is working in ways you cannot yet see. Just as a seed grows underground before anyone notices it, many of God's greatest miracles begin in hidden places. The breakthrough you're praying for often starts before you can recognize it. That's why faith matters. Faith isn't believing after you see the answer. Faith is trusting God before the answer arrives. And today, God wants you to know that your waiting has purpose. Every challenge has taught you something. Every disappointment has strengthened you. Every obstacle has prepared you for what comes next. Do not allow fear to convince you that your future is hopeless. Fear speaks loudly. Faith speaks truth. Fear says, nothing will change. Faith says, God is still working. Fear says, you're too late. Faith says, God's timing is perfect. Fear says, you failed too many times. Faith says, God's grace is greater than your mistakes. Maybe you've been carrying guilt. Maybe you've been holding on to regret. Maybe you've been allowing your past to define your future. But God does not define you by your worst moment. He sees who you are becoming. He sees your potential. He sees your growth. He sees the purpose placed inside you long before you ever recognized it yourself. And here's what many people need to hear today. You don't have to be perfect to be loved. You don't have to earn God's love. His love isn't based on performance. It's based on His character. Even when you stumble, He remains faithful. Even when you doubt, He remains present. Even when you feel weak, He remains strong. That's why you can keep moving forward. Not because you have all the answers, but because God is walking with you through every step. A new season is coming. Not because life will suddenly become easy, but because God is developing a stronger version of you. The pain you've experienced will become part of your testimony. The battles you've survived will become evidence of God's faithfulness. And one day, you'll look back and realize that what felt like a setback was actually preparation for something greater. Don't give up now. Don't let fear write the ending of your story. Keep praying, keep believing, and keep moving forward. Your breakthrough may be